Hey, what's going on, you guys? I hope everyone's having a great day. I am enjoying my second day off in a row down here in the spot, listening to the waves. The weather's really cool today. I love it. It's in the 70s. It has been so hot still. Even here in October, we'll get about 2 weeks of fall, and then it'll be freezing in wintertime. That's how Tennessee rolls. I wanted to come on here and do a quick video. I did a short yesterday after my video, so you guys go check that out. I'm going to build off of that because I was going to put it in my video for yesterday, but then I forgot and I made a short about it. And then I decided I might as well just make a whole video about that. Speaking about red flags when trying to get back out into the dating game, when you go through your awakening and you are trying to be your divine feminine, be your empress energy that is attracting her divine counterpart or his divine counterpart. Everyone, be very patient on God. Put that specific order out into the universe. Tell him what you want. He knows what you need, but also tell him what you want. Put that order out there. Be very, very specific. And then just sit back and be patient. You have to raise your vibes. You have to be the same vibration as the counterpart that you wish to attract. Like attracts like. So you have to be that same vibration. You have to attract the person by being the same stature, the same caliber, if you will. So you can't be out here being broke, busted, and disgusted and expect, the man off the cover of GQ with $1 million to walk into your life. It doesn't work that way. You have to raise yourself up to match the counterpart that you wish to have in your life, and God will prepare him for you. If he doesn't come through right away, don't give up, don't backslide, don't say to hell with it, I'm just going to go back to the same old cycles. Do not repeat those cycles. Pay attention to the red flags. Out here in these spiritual streets, there are going to be other people that are fake awake, that try to attract you by saying that they are spiritual also. And a lot of times that's not going to be true. So be the leader of your own discernment when it comes to vetting these partners and being approached by people, especially ones that say that they are spiritually awakened also, because a lot of times it is the manipulation too. So where the clear-cut love bombs and gaslighting and things like that might stand out like a sore thumb, a lot of people that are trying to jump on the bandwagon with the spiritual community and try to say that they are awakened and that they you have manifested them into your life. That is often a bunch of bull, and you need to know how to decipher it in order not to fall for that and let them use that to manipulate you into a relationship that's just the same as the others. Just for example, some things that I have been through lately. Someone saying that they are spiritual. We're going to call him Mr. Blessings. If you enter the chat, you're going to be in the videos. I call everybody out. I don't know if you heard about me, but this is the exposure channel. So I'm not going to use your name, but Mr. Blessings tries to act like he is. And all of this is new to me, especially being back out of isolation and into the public, having people hit on me, giving me their phone numbers, flirting with me, asking for my phone number. Like, this is all new to me. It's very flattering, don't get me wrong, very flattering. Because here I am about to hit 47, and I'm thinking, I've put my order for my divine counterpart out into the universe, and I know that God is preparing him for me. And I have been celibate and waiting, and I've been on my P's and Q's, being obedient to the Lord and paying attention to me, being in my own lane. I'm not worried about a relationship. I know that when it's time, when it's God's time, it will happen. So these are just some of the the comical stories, the things that you might encounter that might be similar to what I've encountered. So here goes. Mr. Blessings, very spiritual, right? Quote unquote. And he's learning, you know, he's learning. I feel like he may be an old soul that's awakening. He is going through the process, but he's not quite there yet, but still wants to elevate the status of his story unrealistically to act like he can teach me. Don't let anyone teach you or try to tell you that your intuition is wrong or that they know more than you about your own intuition. This is your internal compass. This is your direct connection with Source, with the Most High. Don't let anyone tell you that you're reading it wrong. It is your intuition. It is your compass. It is your God conscience. Don't let anyone tell you that it's wrong. This person will try to tell me or quiz me about my intuition. Well, what are you learning? What is that teaching you? Well, how do you know? And then I wear this thumb ring. Well, you know that thumb rings attract, what did he say? Negative spirits or something to that. Actually, if you look up thumb, I was like, where is he getting that? But I looked up thumb rings, and they very much, if there is a definition for it or what it might stand for, it's independence, which very much fits me. But I love thumb rings, so you're not going to tell me that I'm wrong for wearing a thumb ring or I'm inviting negative spirits. If it feels right, that's what I'm going to do. That's my intuition. This is what's guiding me, not you. Don't tell me that I'm wrong or my intuition's wrong. We're two different people. And my intuition might be guiding me away from you, and you don't like that. So of course you're going to tell me that it's wrong. If people cross your boundaries, you have clear boundaries. They want to tell you about themselves. They don't want to listen to you open up about yourself. It's a one-sided thing. They try to control you with their anger. You call them out on their bullshit, you know, if you care that much, which I like to hold a mirror up to others. I know that you guys can go back and find my holding a mirror up video. So I won't immediately, I am in my Empress energy. I am not going to get mad at you and yell at you and pitch a fit. That is another tactic that baby souls will try to do if they are not ready. The immaturity will come out. They will lash out with their tantrums. I've encountered this several times on my coming back out of isolation men, and I use that term loosely because they did have, you know, certain characteristics of a man, or I wouldn't have let them approach me, period. But upon further inspection, I use the term man loosely because they will turn into a baby and throw tantrums and something that might work with their mother, and they probably still have mother issues, mother wounds, a lot of healing that needs to be done. They will throw tantrums and try to get their way that way, try to get you to back down, try to get you to drop your guard, and tend to them, do tasks for them, simp for them, as far as asking you to do things for them, but there's no reciprocation, so they don't plan on doing anything for you. They're just trying to test you and see how far they can push you and manipulate you into being their do-girl. Something that makes you look very silly, very silly. You're giving your power away. You're letting them be an energy vampire. You are forgetting about yourself. You're getting lost already in that relationship or the building of a relationship if you start to simp for someone and do whatever it takes to make them happy and forget all about loving yourself, filling your own cup. You're just filling someone else's cup, and like I said, with no reciprocation, they are not filling your cup back up in return. They probably don't even know how. All they know how to do is manipulate and try to get you into that karmic cycle that you have fought so hard to get away from with other people. So do not go back into another karmic cycle. Look back into your past. Compare the two. They will be very similar, I'm sure. Karmic cycles include manipulation. They include people pulling on your heartstrings. They include people using anger to control you. Anytime someone gets mad or they're being very direct in an aggressive way, and you know that you haven't done anything to provoke them, you haven't done anything to offend them in any way or be combative with them, or it's not called for, it's not matched. You haven't lowered your standards in order to be angry and aggressive with that person first, or match that energy and go tit for tat, but they'd automatically pull that card on you. Run, red flag, run. Simping, run, red flag. Them putting you through tests, run, red flag, immediately. It only takes one. If you've been through other karmic cycles and you compare the two, they are similar, run. Do not go through several different red flags to run when you're on your path, your spiritual path. You're only going to repeat the cycles. You're going to delay your ascension and your blessings because you haven't learned your lessons. The tests come from God. That's the only test that you should be willing to put yourself into pass as far as, you know, your life goes. I'm not talking about, you know, if you're going to school or anything. Like, I'm not talking about all tests in every form or fashion. I'm talking about in your walk of life, in your spiritual journey. The only tests that you should be concerned with passing are with God. That's the only thing that really matters test-wise. You only have something to prove to God and to prove to yourself that you have the growth, the maturity, that you've learned, that you're not going back to that old toxic bullshit and you won't be pulled back in by an old person or a new person to repeat those cycles. Look at me, God. Look, aren't you so proud of me? I'm so proud of myself. I didn't do it again. I didn't let it happen again. You know, pass those tests that God sends you left and right. Jump those hurdles and pat yourself on the back. Cheer yourself on. But don't do it for other people. That's not the test you need to pass. That's manipulation. So run immediately. Don't let the red flags stack up. Don't try to hold out for the potential that you might see. Let that person learn their karmic cycles with someone else. Don't let it be you, okay? You swipe on that, wish them the best from afar. You can still send love and light to that person. You don't have to be bitter or angry or fight or go back and forth. You don't do that as an empress. You don't come off of your throne. You just simply let it go. Let them do what they want to do, and consider it a blessing that you saw that ahead of time and you didn't invest in it and it didn't pull you backwards, because you have elevated from that. You have learned and you're not going to go repeat it. Another instance, and what can I call him? I'll call him no, I don't want to do that. I'll call him Mr. Fitness, because we did a lot of walking together, so a lot of exercise. So Mr. Fitness had entered my life, and he was the one that I had mentioned in the other video about not falling for the temptations that the devil might send you to pull you out of the celibacy, to pull you out of your waiting period for your divine counterpart too early. Do not be tempted by the Jezebel spirit, the lust demons, the ones that try to tempt you with the Netflix and chill, telling you how big their boobs are, their penises, how good they are at sex, what they've done with this partner and that partner, trying to tempt you into being sexually attracted to them and coming out of your celibacy for them. Don't ruin that for anyone. As long as you have entered celibacy, you are saving yourself. You are born again in your body, just like as a Christian would be, but you're saving that for your divine partner. Your purity is for your divine partner. Do not be tempted out of that. You'll be very sad if you have to start all over. And celibacy is like anything else, like dropping any other vice, any other band-aid that you might put on your pain. It is like alcohol, or if you're on drugs or junk food or shopping or cigarettes or anything like that you might have been addicted to, and you break that bad habit. As far as sleeping around, being promiscuous. It's easier. It's easier. It's been 5 years for me now. It's easier the more the time passes, because you miss it less and less. And once you've invested so much time in it, it means something to you again. It is very sacred, and it is meant for that person, that one person that God is preparing to send to you. So don't give up on that easily. Don't be tempted by the Jezebel spirit. This person, Mr. Fitness, he also tried to act spiritual. He also tried to use that, and telling me stories about his mother and an accident, and how she saw Archangel Michael, and he came from Cloudville, or whatever he said. I don't know. At the time, I very much entertained the story, and I let him finish, and then afterwards, because it came right along with the sex stuff, and I had also told this person that I don't drink anymore, but he insisted on bringing me alcohol. I told him that one sip of alcohol would be like date rape for me right now, because I haven't drank in so long it would knock me on my ass. But he still brought me alcohol, so there was an angle there. Trying to get me in bed, trying to get me drunk, trying to tell me spiritual things, to lead me down this manipulative path, so that he could make me think that we were more alike than what we were, so that he could eventually get what he wanted from me. And I tell you guys these stories because they're going to be similar. There's only so many games that guys can play, and some of them get pretty crafty. This is why dating apps are very, very dangerous. There's a lot of catfishing that goes on. People that will, even your exes that can't have you back, that will stalk you. The narcissist will stalk you and create fake profiles and lurk that way and try to get your energy from you however they can, even if it's under a disguise. So be very aware of that. That happens a lot when you talk to people just online. So don't be extremely trusting of people online. You never know who you're talking to. Never. And if you do decide to meet up with these people, let people know who you're with. Get information from them. Turn your GPS on. Very much clue people in, your loved ones, to where you're going, so that you can have an eye on you. There's too much sex trafficking out here. There's too much date rape out here. It's so much harder to trust. That's why I put my faith in God and put my order out there. And I know that when God sends me my divine counterpart, and you, your divine counterpart, it will not be confusing. God will not send you something confusing. He will not send you someone that plays on your insecurities, that love bombs you, that gaslights you. He will not send you someone that ghosts you. He will not send someone to you that plays off of your, tries to trauma bond with you. It will not be confusing when God sends you your divine counterpart. It will fall into place. It will probably seem too good to be true, but what they say and what they do will match up. It will not be confusing. You will not have to decipher it. You will not have to go back and forth with yourself. You will not have to endure manipulation and abuse. It's simply not the game. It won't be a game. God doesn't play games. That's the whole point here. The red flags are there. There's a Halsey song called Graveyard, and she said the warning signs feel like butterflies. And they do, because when you're younger and you're not enlightened and you haven't gone through the karmic cycles that you're meant to go through to learn, a lot of times the bad boys and the rush of the excitement and the things that you probably shouldn't do, or your parents wouldn't let you do but you snuck around to do anyway, they felt like butterflies. But after you've learned so much, you know that those butterflies were really warning signs. They were warning you. That was your intuition screaming, don't do it. Boy, don't. Girl, don't. Don't go down that road. Turn around and run. Now that you're older and you're more experienced and you've gone through some of those heartbreaks and those disappointments, and you want to love yourself, you want to love God first and foremost, fill your own cup. If someone adds to it, then that's just overflow. Let that be overflow. Let your cup runneth over with what someone else does to fill your cup, on top of you filling it first, right? don't rely on them to fill your cup at all. You fill your cup and let anything else that they provide, which they should, if you're providing anything to them at all, let it be overflow. Don't let it be what fills you up. Don't let that be what your tank runs on. Your tank runs on your faith. Your tank runs on your love for yourself. Anything else is icing on the cake. Remember that, okay? Don't let anyone out here in these spiritual streets try to taint you with sex or taint you with um, their false enlightenment to try and let you know how spiritual they are and that you manifested them. You will know when what you have prayed for has manifested and come to fruition in your life. It will not be confusing. God will let you know. Just pray to Him, meditate on it. It will be your divine counterpart as long as you're patient and you wait and you don't fall for all these other tricks. Tricks are for kids. We're grown-ass people out here. We are emperors and empresses, and we're not going to fall for that shit anymore. No more repeating karma cycles. No more repeating any more karmic cycles. Be gone, karmics. We are only here for the real. Know it when you see it. Recognize it. I'm here to teach you by the things that I see. Don't give your number out to everybody that asks for it, even if you're flattered. Don't let somebody flash money in front of you. There's someone else that I had encountered that kept asking me for my phone number and pictures of money fans and all of their businesses and how they're in the music industry and they make rap videos and the flashy, you know what I can do for you and I can take care of you and this is what I got, look what I got. Don't fall for that either. That's another tactic. That's a love bombing tactic. Love bombing is manipulation. Don't fall for that either. God doesn't need you to be rich to be with your divine counterpart together. You know, together you will be a force. That Neo song, I'm good all by myself, but we're a force when we're together. That's what God will send you. You can build your empire and be that power couple together. You don't have to be, look for Captain Save-A-Ho or let him dangle that carrot and breadcrumb you into a relationship or sex or giving up on your spiritual journey because of the money, the monetary gain, and all of the flashy things that the ego desires. Shed that ego. Don't let it be something that you're chasing anymore, because that's not you. That's not the real you. You want to be your true, genuine, authentic self, where your power lies, and it is not with things of the flesh like money, cars, and clothes. Of course, those things are nice, but let them come after you've been enlightened and after you've shed the ego. And you will know that when you get nice things, you will share it with other people. It was given to you because God has rewarded you for going through your trials and tribulations, for staying obedient to Him, for building yourself up and building others up. It's not going to come by any kind of manipulation tactic to get you into a relationship. That's not what God will send to you either. So I think those are the three biggest, you know, if it doesn't feel right, follow your intuition, pray on it. Don't give your number out to everybody. Be safe out here. Don't discount yourself and know your worth. Straighten that crown. Don't bend for anyone. Don't let them talk you out of your worth either. You stand on it, okay? I love you guys. God loves you. You're never alone. Bye.